All right, we're back to some running bun. Gonna be doing the first four trainers in Juan's gym. Let me just make sure I have everything set up. Cool. All right. Yeah, how's it going, Dark Moon? I'm excited for these trainers. I've spent a lot of time in my notes when I tell you, like for this one fight. Let me put up my notes a little bit bigger. Dude, just look at this is all this one gauntlet is all of these notes. For just the first gauntlet. Hold on, it's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Yep. All of those are for just for the first gauntlet of notes that I had to write. I had to write exact HP ranges and everything. It's down to like 2 or 3 HP differences for this one. This is an 8-hour cook for just this fucking gauntlet. And the rest I cooked up in like an hour or two. But fuck, it's been a lot. These fights, it's like, they're all demon throughout the entire game, but as you get later on, just so many of these are fucking demon fights. Alright, let's grab everyone real quick and let's see what I need. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Like another signal beam, that would be really sad. But I think these ones I double checked for that, so we should be good. Skeptile, we have Sneasler. We have Togedemaru. We have Urshifu. And we have Galissapod. Alright, so before this gauntlet, in my notes it says to teach Sneeze... I don't have a fucking flying type. I didn't realize I was in Pacificlog. Where's my flying types? There you are. We need to go teach Poison Jab, and we need to make sure we have the right scanner items. So let's go teach Poison Jab. Alright, we gotta teach Poison Jab to you over Natural Gift. Alright. Perfect. Save that. Alright. We need to get a... Oh, we have a scarf. Cool. And we need a choice band. I didn't even look. What do we have? We have choice specs. So, who's getting the scarf? Skeptile is. So, let's grab this choice band. We don't even really need the choice band. It's more because I just wanted Wicked Blow to do more damage. You know, I don't need it, but it's just cool. And I kind of wanted a second scanner item, I guess, just in case. Alright, where's Beedrill? Okay, so let's do the levels first. Is there anyone I need to level up? 88, 91, 91. This guy needs to be 91. Alright, so let's just check for the first one real quick. I need a Megastone on Beedrill. I think he gets it for both anyways. This guy just always gets it. There was a line where I had a Citrus Berry on him for the ones, and I had to write myself a note. Yes, this is correct. Life Orb on you. We need a Citrus Berry on Togedemaru. Urshifu gets that choice band. And Galissapod gets a Sticky Barb. We have a really interesting strat. We have a really cool strat, I think. I cooked this one up. I'm going to be hitting my own Mon, and you'll see what I mean. This was the missing link. It's pretty sick, I think. If it works out correct. So we got Beedrill with the Megastone, level 91. We got this guy with a Choice Scarf, level 88. This guy with a Life Orb, level 91. This guy's Citrus Berry, Choice Band, Sticky Barb. Let me load up all the scripts. I'm on the wrong fight right now. I was calculating that fourth fight, which is another demon fucking fight, man. But, This is starting off with a double battle. It's a gauntlet with a double battle where you don't get to you get to heal in between, but also like the second battle you can pre-damage for if you take damage in the first one. That's key to this fight, and I need to absolutely have my mons pre-damaged. It's one of the only few fights in a gym that you can pre-damage for. It's actually pretty cool. We need Urshifu. And we need Golisopod. Let me bring over all the current sets. Alright, so the first turn, they're going to lead out with this. This is not a true double battle. This is a two sides of a double battle. So turn 1, we're going to lead off with Beedrill and Sceptile. Let me pull up my notes. Right. And Beedrill is going to Mega and outspeed and kill this Serena. This Inteleon is normally faster by 1 point, but we have a Choice Scarf on Sceptile, so we will always outspeed and kill. We're doing like the classic whenever you grow up, you just kill everything in front of you. We're doing that for the first turn. So we're going to U-turn out into Sneasler, I believe. And Beedrill's in slot 1. We have, wait, in my notes I have it backwards, I think. We have Beedrill in slot 1. So now we're going to have Sneasler in slot 1, and we're going to have Sceptile in slot 2, which is perfect. So what we're going to be baiting is we have Sneasler in slot 1, so it's going to look in. We actually fast KO both of the mons in the back, so it's just going to bring out the Kangaskhan. And in the Sceptile slot, we outspeed both, so it's going to go for the first with a slow kill, which is the Toxicroak. Now, on this turn, we have Sneasler, and he's not showing any kills to either Toxicroak or the Kangaskhan. And the Sceptile, who is choice locked, we cannot click detect this turn, is choice locked, is baiting out Gunk Shot and isn't showing any kills, so it should always be Fake Out, because that's +9 on Kangaskhan. We're going to switch into Togedemaru. Dude, I hate doubles, dude. I only have 2 Protect Mons this entire game. If I fucked up 1 double and lost a Protect Mon, I think my run was cooked. I lost my other 2 Detect Mons early on in the desert. So, it's been a nightmare. And there was a time I didn't have any Protect Mons, I think, for like a very short amount of time. While I waited for Spiky Shield on Togedemaru and I didn't have Sceptile. It was a nightmare. But, continuing on with this, basically, it's baiting out Fake Out and Gunk Shot into Sceptile. We are going to switch into Togedemaru, who takes the Fake Out really handsomely and takes nothing from Gunk Shot. And Sneasler is just going to outspeed and kill this guy with close combat. Sneasler is inner focus, so it cannot be faked out. So it has to go into the Sceptile slot. That's so important. Now we're going to take a little bit of Life Orb Chip. This Life Orb Chip is super important. We're going to take 25% to 225. And with the close combat that we're killing this guy, we're going to be at -1 defense and -1 SPDF. We still never bait a kill from Gunk Shot, even at that highest range is 74%. This is going to bring out the last Mon Decidueye. I do not give a fuck what this guy clicks, because I'm just going to outspeed and kill him with Poison Jab, and this guy's going to be looking to Togedemaru and clicking Focus Blast always. On that turn, we are going to Fake Out the Toxicroak. Toxicroak's Focus Sash is going to be broken. Now, we're going to be fucking... I fucked up a Toxicroak the other day. We're going to be abusing the shit out of this Toxicroak. Right here. We could kill this thing at pretty much any time. I do not want to. Sneasler's going to be at 200 HP with -1 defense and -1 SPDF. Still is never baiting out a kill because the highest roll of Gunk Shot is 185. We're going to Spiky Shield on Togedemaru, and we're going to switch into Golisopod. Golisopod's holding a Sticky Barb. He's going to be at 232 HP exactly. And Toxicroak, after getting faked out, will be between 213 and 243 HP. Super important. This is going to still bait out Focus Blast into Togedemaru. We're going to hard switch Togedemaru to Beedrill. And we're going to, we're not going to U-turn anything. We're going to hard switch Togedemaru to Beedrill, and we're going to switch Golisopod to Sneasler. Sneasler is going to Fake Out, and Beedrill is not going to U-turn, even though he's faster. We're going to hard switch. This is because we want Toxicroak's HP to be at a certain range, which is 110 to 185. And Sneasler will now be at 175. Sneasler is faster than this guy, and Togedemaru is back out. So it's going to always prioritize the slow kill into him with Focus Blast. We are going to have Togedemaru fake out Toxicroak, and we're going to switch Sneasler out into Golisopod. Golisopod's at 199. That's not quite enough what we need him to be at. So we're going to Spiky Shield with Togedemaru, and we're going to first impression with Golisopod on Togedemaru so that he takes the Spiky Shield damage. And he's going to take the Sticky Barb damage. So Golisopod will always be at exactly 133 HP. At 133 HP, we never show this guy a kill with Stone Edge. Stone Edge is 130 exactly. So we only ever bait out, let me go back to my notes, another kill into Togedemaru, where we're going to switch back in Beedrill on the Focus Blast, and we're just going to Beedrill U-turn the, what do you call it? Toxicroak, which could kill him, could not, but we have Urshifu in after that, and Urshifu kills with Wicked Blow, and with Sceptile and Urshifu, we just kill the fucking Milotic. I'm telling you, I think this is a sick plan. We have a gauntlet afterwards that is a lot more straightforward. It isn't as crazy, but we have the pre-damage that we just need to make sure. So Sneasler would be at 225, which is fine, because they'll always be at 145 after that, and that should always bait out singles. I just need to make sure this. Blizzard, 153, and I should be at 145. All right, let's fucking send this, and then we'll go over that. Oh, rip, man. Hey, look. If you learned some stuff from that run, that's all that matters. And I'm telling you right now, once you get past Norman, you're going to get a lot longer of a run. Norman is like the final barrier of the early game, and it's a nightmare. It is. It's so difficult. But once you get past him, you're going to learn so much more. You just got to keep on trying and just keep doing your best, dude. And I'm telling you. Dude, that bird is a piece of shit. I'm telling you. Usually, you have to sack on it to get one of your electric types in. I was planning on I had to sack the reason that my Lucario is dead because the fucking Diggers Bee crit my Carnivine. This Carnivine was supposed to be sacked to that guy, but instead I had to sack Lucario as well on that fight, which really kind of sucked. Alright, I think I have everything. I think everything lines up. We have Beedrill in slot 1. Let me just make sure. Alright. Let's go full screen and let's fucking do this shit. This is going to be pretty... I think this is a really cool idea, what I came up with. I think. Just check one more time. Norman Pidgeot is a known fucking run killer. Let's go Beedrill with the Mega Stone. We have this guy with the Choice Scarf, level 88. This guy with Life Orb. This guy with the Citrus Berry. This guy with Choice Band. And this guy with the Sticky Barb. Okay. Make sure we're in the right order. Cool. Alright. Let's fucking do this. Remember, you cannot pre-damage in gyms, so we have to just go in here with whatever HP we have. I wanted to start off this fight with a lot of people, what a lot of people have done with Sneasler. The problem is my Sneasler's attack is a little bit too low to kill this Serena, so we had to come up with a separate way, which is just Beedrill Mega into U-turn. Always barely kills this Serena. So what we're going to do is we're going to Mega and kill this Serena right here, and we are going to Leaf Storm this Inteleon. This Inteleon's usually crazy fast. The thing is, we have a Choice Scarf. So we outspeed and we kill. This Arena has Protect, but it cannot click it, by the way, because it's seeing a kill with Triple Axle into Sceptile. It's very important, too. Otherwise, my plan could get all fucking wonky. We killed. The critical hit did not matter. We did 135% minimum. And U-turn does a minimum of 104% to this Serena. We're going to go right into Sneasler here. And also was important because we need a Life Orb on Sneasler to take that chip damage. And if we took a little bit of extra chip damage, it would have been pretty bad because then we could have shown Gunk Shot kills, I think, on one of the turns. No, we couldn't have because Togedemaru was slower anyways. So this turn right here. Right here, we are baiting out, fake out and gunk shot into Togedemaru, or into, Skeptile. We are choice locked into, Leaf Storm, so we cannot do anything. So, what we're going to do is we are going to close combat this guy right here, and we are going to go into Togedemaru. That's perfect, and this should be gunk shot into Togedemaru. I saw close combat for a second. I was confused. I was like, oh wait, is he attacking? Because this guy should not attack my Sneasler. He should be gunk shotting into Togedemaru. We're going to take a little bit of chip damage, and we're going to be -1 defense, -1 SPDF. Perfect. This baits in the Decidueye right here. This is baiting out Focus Blast into Togedemaru for the fast kill. We are going to kill this thing with Poison Jab. And we are going to fake out the Toxic Croak. This is going to break his Focus Sash right here. Alright, and even now, we're still baiting out a fast kill into Togedemaru with only ever... Oh, we get a little whiter bug. With only ever, Focus Blast. We need to make sure right here, so... This is going to be... We're going to hard switch out Sneasler to Golisopod. And we are going to click, Spiky Shield. We took a little bit of spiky chip damage. We should be at 232 right now if I count correctly. 232. Perfect. Okay. So this is baiting out Focus Blast only into Togedemaru. So we are going to... Togedemaru to Beedrill and Golisopod to Sneasler. So we're going with Golisopod into Sneasler. And Togedemaru we are doing into Beedrill. This is going to bait out Focus Blast into Beedrill. Into Beedrill. Perfect. The damage, if it missed, it did not matter. So this turn, it's baiting out some random move from Toxic Croak. I don't even care what it is because I believe we're just going to fake out this guy and we are going to not U-turn. We have to hard switch because we need this guy's HP higher. Hard switch into Togedemaru. After these fake outs, this guy should be between 110 and 185. HP on him. So now we have this guy only looking at the fast kill into Togedemaru right here. We are going to switch Sneasler out into Golisopod. And we are going to click Fake Out on this guy. We're going to take a little bit more chip damage from our Spiky Barb down to 199. This guy's... That's fine. And now we are going to Spiky Shield right here. And we're going to do something interesting. So we are going to First Impression our Togedemaru right here. And we are going to Spiky Shield. This is going to make it so we take a quarter of our HP on Golisopod instead of just 1/8. Let me just make sure we're doing that right. Yeah, more damage because of the Spiky Shield. So we're going into this and we're Spiky Shielding. After this turn, Golisopod should be at exactly 133 HP. He's at 166, but we have to take the spiky chip. Now, at this HP, it's only ever baiting out Focus Blast into Togedemaru. So we get to switch this guy out. He's at perfect 133, which is what we need right now. We're going to switch out Golisopod. Let me just make sure we're doing Golisopod. Golisopod 2, I believe it's Urshifu. Golisopod to Urshifu, yep. And Togedemaru goes to Beedrill. And now, with U-Turn and Wicked Blow, we outspeed with both, and we kill this guy. Beedrill is faster than our Urshifu, so we will always get this U-Turn off. We click Wicked Blow, and we click U-Turn. Now we're going to go right into Sceptile. I should probably make sure this Wicked Blow kills. Wicked Blow does a minimum of 57% with the Choice Band we have on, right? We have a Choice Band. Yep. And we go into Sceptile. Now there's one more mon in the back, the Milotic. Which we can just kill with a Leaf Storm into a Wicked Blow. And that is the first double. Now this is a gauntlet. We are not out yet. We cannot go back to the Poke Center. This is only the first part so far. We always kill with Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm doesn't always kill, I don't believe. It does. It could kill with a crit, maybe. But Wicked Blow always is faster and kills. Boom. Alright. Now, Z told me to spam B on this because we should not get healed, but there is a bug apparently that will bug you. Level 89 is fine. I took that into account. That I could level up here. Alright. Just fall down. Don't click anything. Alright, so my mon should not be healed now. Perfect. And now we have to set up everything for the second fight. Because this is technically not part of the gym. From what I understand, my mons will not get healed before this fight. I just want to check moves. I might as well use Lepa Berries. There's no reason not to. So let me use some Lepa Berries. I don't think it matters, but... let me see what I'm clicking. I'm not clicking Leaf Storm this fight. I don't think I'm clicking that many moves. I could click Fake Out, maybe. It's only one more trainer. It's just a back-to-back, kind of. I don't know if I'm using Fake Out, but just in case. So there's only one more trainer, and this trainer has 5 mons on it. Alright, so let's look at my thing real quick, and let's make sure we set everything up correctly. Alright, so number 1, we are going to make sure Caesar is exactly 225 HP. We can use Oran Berries for that. This guy did 225. Perfect. And we need, Sneasler. Hold on. Let me move everyone around real quick, and let me take off everyone's items, because I'm getting confused. I have my notes set up a very specific way, so let me just take off everyone's items. Alright, let me move these guys in the order I want them. So this guy should be first. Golisopod should be up here. Urshifu should be third. Beedrill should be fourth. Whoops. Sceptile should be fifth, and this guy should be sixth. In the most ideal scenario, we should never be seeing Sceptile or Togedemaru, but there's a chance they might show up. The reason, you know, I created like 3 or 4 different lines. Dude, that's a rip, man. You hate when that happens. It's Fucking, it's the worst. Alright, so we're going to take orange berries, and we're going to make sure Glycopod's at 183. Alright, so he's at 183, and he's at 225. Everyone else needs to be healed full, so we're going to take medicine. Hey, it's all good, dude. That just means the run wasn't meant to be. We're going to heal up everyone else. Alright. So we're going to make sure to put on the right items. So Life Orb on Caesar at 225. Citrus Berry on you. Citrus Berries on these two. We have the Beedrillite on him, and we need the Choice Scarf on you. This is going to be abusing the shit out of this AI, I believe. Life Orb 25. Citrus. This guy should be 183. Alright, perfect. Let me bring everyone over to the calc, and we're going to run through what the line is real quick. We're going to be doing a couple of chain kills off the top of my head. I know at least one. Sneasler's first. Glycopod. Urshifu. Beedrill. Skeptile, and this. Okay. So turn 1, we are going to be clicking Fake Out and then Poison Jab. I know I can kill. This fight's in Permanent Hail, by the way. I know I can just kill with Poison Jab. But when I calc this fight, I really wasn't too sure about like my HP. And then I just was too lazy to change it. And I knew this worked. So basically, I'm going to be taking Hail Chip and Life Orb Chick every time. So I'm going to be taking 25 from Life Orb. And then I should be taking, I forget how much from Hail. Like 15 from Hail. So I should be at 185 after the first Fake Out. And then I'm going to be taking another 40 to put me at 145 right here. And I'm going to kill him with Poison Jab. So Fake Out into Poison Jab always kills this guy. It's going to bait out the first mon that shows a fast kill, which is this guy with Blizzard. Blizzard's minimum roll is 153. We'll be at 145, so we will always click Blizzard. We have Glycopod pre-damage to 183, such that Blizzard can't miss in the Hail. And 265 divided by 2 is 132. So 131 plus Blizzard is 185. So as long as we're below 185, we always get emergency exited out. So we can get this free thing. He will also change into an ice type. We are going to switch into Urshifu. Urshifu shows kills to everything in the back. We're going to click, I believe it's Close Combat. No, Brick Break. We're going to be clicking Brick Break. And now we still show a kill to everything in the back, and we outspeed this Sand Slash, so it's just going to bring out the Sand Slash and just die. Now, we do show kills to the other two, but we can't kill them. So we're going to, after the Hail Chip, we're always baiting out Focus Blast from this guy. I don't know if it could have clicked Taunt or not. It doesn't matter, because we're going to switch in Glycopod on this thing. And we have 3 different lines for what happens. If Glycopod gets emergency exited, we have a plan. If he doesn't get emergency exited, we have another plan. And if he has in between a certain HP range, we have like 3 different plans for it. Essentially, what the whole plan of this is to try to get him low enough after a bunch of wasting turns that Beedrill will always kill with U-turn. And then we can U-turn right into what do you call it? Sneasler, and always kill with Close Combat. I'm not going to run through all of the plans, but we'll see which one. I have 3 different plans, whether Glycopod's above a certain HP, whether he gets emergency exited, or even low. Dude, I have 3 different plans right here. Hold on. Literally, I have a plan. Where's plan A? Plan A, if Gali gets emergency exited, we just go to Togedemaru right here, and we can bait out and waste some time. If he doesn't get emergency exited, then, what do you call it? I have a plan, and he's above 140 HP. If he's below, I have another plan. 3 different plans right here. Yeah, that took a lot of fucking time, and that was the main problem. I wanted to make this fight riskless. I was more or less risking, like, a 1% double crit, but I was like, I can do better, so I, figured it out. But let me just make sure again that I have everything set up correctly. So Life Orb. Where's my notes? Life Orb. Citrus. 183 HP, 225. Choice Scarf. Megastone, Citrus, and Citrus. Alright. Let's fucking go full screen and let's do this shit. So right here, we should not get healed. If we do get healed, we're kind of fucked, I think. I'm fairly certain we should not be healed. Perfect. We're at 225 HP, exactly as I thought. Alright, so turn 1, we are going to click Fake Out on this thing. This is more or less so we take a little bit more damage. The critical hit does not matter. We should be taking 25 from Life Orb, and then we're going to take 15 from Hail, which will put us at 185 HP. Perfect. Now we're going to click Poison Jab, which always kills. We could have just Poison Jabbed before, but we need to be below 153 HP. Which, right now, we're going to end at 145. So 160, and then we're going to take another 15 to 145. This is always going to bait out the Greninja for Blizzard. There's no Protean bug because Hail doesn't buffer below any attacks, so we don't have to worry about that bug at all. We are going to switch right into our own bug, Golisopod. Blizzard can never miss in the Hail, and we should always get emergency exited out here. This is why the pre-damage was super important on Golisopod. Even if we get frozen, it is fine. And we're going to go right into Urshifu. Now, Urshifu is showing kills to everyone in the back, and we have a Choice Scarf on this guy. We're going to take a little bit of chip damage. This takes us to what again? Let me see what my HP... Oh, it's going to show anyways. 288? Yeah, perfect. 288. Let me just make sure we have our Choice Scarf on. Perfect. We are going to click Brick Break. Which, now that this guy's an Ice type, even if he was just the Dark type, it was fine. But at the Ice type, we always kill. We always outspeed. Perfect. This baits out the Sand Slash. Now, we are faster than everything in the back, and we are choice locked into Brick Break, so we should always kill this right here. Just get a little chain skill. This Alolan Sand Slash was the nightmare of my entire line, and this is what took me so long. Out of probably 8 of the hours, it took me 6 hours to deal with this Sand Slash. Have a mon in that can just kill it. And, I will explain the Protean bug afterwards because it is pretty important for later on. It takes a little bit to explain, but I'll explain it right after this fight for you. So, right now at 250 HP, I don't even think this thing could click Taunt anyways, but it's only ever clicking Focus Blast. So we are going to switch into Golisopod. Now, this is where we have 3 different lines, depending on what happens. The easy line is we just get emergency exited. Unfortunately, what line is this going to be? Oh, this is the awkward line, I think. Is this... What HP are we at? Let's see. This is plan B now. So, since we are above 141 HP... let me just make sure. We are never... So, the whole plan of this was at 141 HP, which is actually kind of funny. So, Hydro Pump max roll crit does 83. We take, how much from Hail? Let me just make sure I did this right. 265 divided by 16. We take 16, so plus 16. So, that right there is 99 HP that we would take this turn, and we are at 141. So 141 minus 99 would be 42 HP. Focus Blast starts seeing kills around at 40, and Blizzard starts seeing at 47. So right now, what we can do is we can, because we're at this HP, we can attack, I'm pretty sure. We're going to click Sucker Punch. This is this line. This is baits out Hydro Pump. And ideally he hits. Perfect. We get emergency exit out and we are never dead. Perfect. And now we get to go right to B-Drill. Let me just make sure the Sucker Punch always put us in B-Drill range, right? Yep. And in my notes, so we Sucker Punch and then we go to B-Drill. Perfect. And he's below, because of the Sucker Punch, he's below 75%. I can always just make sure real quick. The health bar. Yep. Way below it. So that we can just Mega and kill with U-Turn. And the last Pokemon in the back is the Goodra, which we're going to be able to send in whatever Mon we want to, which is going to be our Sneasler. This line potentially saved 2 Citrus Berries. The other ones didn't usually save them, but they risked Citrus Berries on the crits, basically, which is fine. And we go to Sneasler. And we just outspeed and kill this thing with close combat. And that is the Gauntlet. Let's fucking go. That's the first 2 fights out of 8 in Juan's gym. 9 if you include Juan, but we're going to be doing 2 more. Alright. Alright, so I'll spend a little bit of time. I'm going to help you out with the Protean Bug. It mainly comes up in 2 fights in erratic weather, where I'll try to explain how it works and why it's a little bit complicated. But it's if you know about it, it makes it kind of fucks with a lot of lines is the problem. All right, let me just take off all my items. Alright, so let me make sure I'm on the right screen. Let's go to this. So, there's a couple of trainers in erratic weather. Let me go to one of them. Right. No, this is erratic weather. I'm looking for, first off, the, is this guy right here. So, this right now is in Sun. So, basically, what the Protean Bug is that Greninja sees all of its moves being weaker because of the sun. So how it works is Greninja is a water type. Water moves are weaker in the sun by 50%. So when you're calking, all of these moves are calked at 50% weakness when they're for switching AI and also for being picked. So that means that both all Dark Pulse and Gunk Shot are calculated to be half damage. So when you're trying to figure out who's going to switch in and who's going to and what move he's going to click, you have to take the move and subtract it by 2. But the move actually does the real amount of damage. So Gunk Shot is not actually doing less damage. It just Greninja sees that it is doing less damage with both Dark Pulse and Gunk Shot. Hidden Power Fire is a fire move, so we'll always be oh no. Sorry, it's the other way around. He's going to be seeing them boosted. Oh, no, sorry. He's going to be seeing the Fire-type move also being less HP, but the Fire move actually does the amount it does in sun weather. So it gets very confusing because what the AI sees is different than what it will actually, the actual damage it will do. So you have to be very careful when you're baiting and then what it's actually going to click and how much damage it's doing. The way you get around this is, for baiting purposes, you turn off the sun and you take all of the base powers in the move and you divide them by 2. And then it will calc them all correctly, I believe, for how the AI sees their move doing damage. On the flip side, there is a Cinderace. This Cinderace, this is in sunny weather. Cinderace is a fire type, so it actually gets 1.5 times more damage with all of its fire moves. And luckily there's only Pyro Ball and Low Sweep, but this basically means that Low Sweep is seen as doing 1.5 times more damage. So it's basically like the range is like a crit range every single time for Low Sweep. This is also a double battle, a true double, so you have to be very careful because if you don't bait this in correctly, it could be a nightmare. And the Protean obviously makes it so it changes its type over and over. And so on this fight, basically, the reason I didn't have to worry about the Protean bug is because even if it sees all of its moves boosted by the Hail, Hail doesn't boost or do any things with that, so you never have to worry about it. And that's basically the Protean bug. And it makes it so a lot of lines get really weird, basically. But, yeah. Let's take a look at this next fight. So we are on we on Daphne? Yeah, we're on Daphne now. So who do I need? I need Archeops. Where's my Archeops? I swear, I spend more time looking for Archeops in my calc than any other, like anything else, and actually calcing. I don't know why my eyes just cannot ever see that Archeops. Hydreigon. We have Urshifu, which I believe is already in my party. Cool. We have Sceptile, who's in my party, Togedemaru, and then Primarina. Alright, so I need to make sure to level up Mons, so we need to level up Sceptile to 89, which he is already. Cool. And then Primarina to 91. Perfect. So we need a Choice Scarf, which I know I have from the last one. We need a Lumberry on you. We need a Choice Band, which again I know we have. Perfect. Life Orb. No item on Primarina, very important. And Lumberry on you. Alright, so we have Archeops with a Choice Scarf, level 91. This guy with the Lumberry, level 91. This guy with the Choice Band, level 91. Dogs are going crazy. Level 89 with the Life Orb. No item, level 91. And Lumberry. Let me close my door so it's a little bit less. Basically, the mailman just came, so they're gonna just be barking. Alright. So let's see this. So we have Archeops. We have Urshifu. We have Sceptile. We have Primarina. Where's my Prim? And we have Togedemaru. So let's bring everyone over into the calc. Alright. So, Archeops turn 1 is just going to outspeed and kill this Focus Sash, Shield Dust, Rabombi with dual Wing Beat. We have a Choice Scarf, so we always outspeed it and kill. We are faster than everything else in the back, so it's going to go for the first thing that we don't show a kill to that shows a slow kill. This only ever baits out Liquidation from Bruxus. Even if it was Psychic Fang somehow, we would not care because we're going to switch into Hydreigon. Hydreigon's going to take a little bit of damage from this. Doesn't really matter, even if we get defense dropped, we're just going to kill it with Dark Pulse. Now, the only thing faster in the back is the Dragapult. This guy's always seeing a kill with Dragon Darts, and it can never be Phantom Force. Even if it was, it would actually be better for me if it was Phantom Force. But it's always seeing a kill with Dragon Darts. We switch into Urshifu. Urshifu is going to take a lot of damage from this guy. He could take even up to 70%. And we're slower, but we have the move Sucker Punch, which always out-prioritizes and always kills him. so we can kill him with Sucker Punch. This is going to bait out the Primarina. Because we're faster than everything else, it's going to go to the first thing that sees a kill. And it actually is always Primarina because it is slower. Everything else is slower. And we don't show a kill this thing. It's going to either be clicking Hyper Voice or Draining Kiss. We do not care. We're going to switch into our Life Orb Skeptile. And even a max roll crit of Draining Kiss only does 55%. We're just going to outspeed and kill this thing with Leaf Storm. I did the calcs. This should always bait out... This is always going to bait out Samurott Hisui, because even if the lowest damage of Hyper Voice and Life Orb happens, we're always showing this guy a kill with Knockoff, I believe. And even at -2, we would be showing him a fast kill with Leaf Storm, so he can never click Swords Dance. It could be any move if this guy crits. We do not care, because Primarina walls this shit. And always kills with Moonblast at level 91. That's why we had to level it. We always take 2 hits, and we have no items, so we can't get anything knocked off. Even if he Liquidation max roll crits us into a defense drop, we are still never dead to anything. And we do not care what move this Roserade does, because it's always clicking an attacking move. So we can switch right into Togedemaru, who takes a 48% from Extrasensory. We're always going to fake out, and we have a Lumberry, so we can always do a slow U-turn on this guy. Even if he Sleep Powders, it does not matter. This will be 41% we do, and we just switch U-turn into Draco to always kill with Hydreigon. Nothing really more to this fight. Should just be really straightforward. Let me just make sure I have all my notes correct. So, Choice Scarf level 91. Hydreigon level 91. With the Choice Lumberry. Choice Band. We have a Lumberry just in case for some reason he could click Sleep Powder. I don't think he can. But just in case. No item and Lumberry. Okay. So we got to go up here. Let's go full screen. Let's turn on the music. Let's do this. Let me just make sure. This guy's a Choice Scarf, right? One more time. Choice Scarf, Lumberry, Choice Band, Life Orb, none, and this. Okay. So we're going to outspeed him. We're going to kill this guy with Dual Wing Beat. Very simple, very easy. We have a Choice Scarf, so we always outspeed this thing. And Dual Wing Beat will proc his Focus Sash and then kill him. Nothing more to say about that. This will always bait out Liquidation from Bruxish. We are going to switch into Hydreigon. Even if we get defense dropped, it does not matter. We always kill this thing with Dark Pulse. This is going to bait out the Dragapult for a fast kill with Dragon Darts. That's an ugly-ass cry. We're going to switch into Urshifu on this. Urshifu is never dead to max roll crits. And with a Choice Band and Sucker Punch, we're just going to be able to retaliate kill this guy. Oof. A lot of damage. With Sucker Punch, we always outspeed and kill. Perfect. This is going to bait out the Primarina right here for either... I don't know if it can be Hyper Voice. Yeah, it can be either. It's either Hyper Voice or Draining Kiss. We are going to switch into... Skeptile. Just make sure to look at my notes. Yep. And Skeptile, level 89 with the Life Orb, always outspeeds and kills this guy with the Leaf Storm. This guy's holding a Kebia Berry, so all my poison types I wanted to bring in, couldn't bring in. Outspeed and kill with Leaf Storm. Should take a little bit of Life Orb chip. And this should always bait in the Samurott Hisui. There was a chance I could have been in Overgrow, but even if I was in Overgrow and it bait out the Roserade... no, I don't even think it could have ever put me in Overgrow. Even if it could, I think it was always fine. Because we can come in on any move for either of these two. So this guy right here is going to be clicking random move, and it probably is... No, it's always knockoff here. So we can switch into our item list per Marina. Who walls this thing to the moon and back. And because we are... level 91, we always, we call it kill with Moonblast. We have no item. We always kill with Moonblast. Perfect. And this is going to bait in the last mon Roserade. It can never click Sleep Powder because it's always seeing a fast kill. It's either going to be clicking Grass Knot or Sludge Bomb. Even if it could have clicked Extrasensory, it did not matter. But it's always clicking an attacking move. We're going to switch right into Togedemaru, who walls this thing as well, kind of. I mean, not really Extrasensory. It doesn't wall it, but it's a really good, easy pivot. He also takes a little bit of Life Orb Chip and spiky damage now. Cool. Even if it clicks Sludge Bomb, we always did enough damage. So, we can click Fake Out right here. And this is either Sleep Powder or Extrasensory. We have a Lumberry, so we can always slow U-turn. That's fine. We have a Lumberry. And if anything, I think we did enough damage that we could hard switch into... We could always have done, like, hard switch into, you know, Hydreigon, bait out Sludge Bomb, and just go back and forth between this guy if we really needed to. Because we have two resistances. And we just outspeed and kill with Draco Meteor. There's a minimum of 63%. And that's fight number 3. Now we're up to a fight where there's a little bit of risk. And I think I can play around it even if the shit happens. But there is like a 0.05% chance we lose Golisopod. It is really unlikely. Alright, so let's save our game. Alright, so we have one more fight right here, where this is in Permanent Rain. Well, I guess it's Permanent Rain because this Politoed sets up Drizzle. So, this is Bethany. We have to do a couple of things first, I believe. So we have Hydreigon, which we have already in our party. We have Golisopod, which we don't have in our party. We have Conkeldurr. So glad I kept this guy. We finally get to see the tech that I fucked up on come into play. We are using a scale on this fight. But it's a scale I believe we're always going to use anyways. Alright, so let's do any level ups I have to do, which I think I have to level up one mon. Level up this guy to 91. Everyone else should be 91. Cool. Let's do Barraskewda first. So I need to go teach him a move. Poison Jab. Over Laser Focus, which I've never clicked. I just always kept that as like a flex slot that I've never needed. It just came with the moveset. I need a choice band, which I have in choice specs, so let me just put the choice band on him. Alright, so let's grab choice specs. Cool. So let's go back to the center real quick. So it's like doing everything in there. Alright, so let's put some items on. Let's go through. So we have a lot of citrus berries. These citrus berries are more in case I need to steer. I don't really need these citrus berries. If I'm steering, that's the reason why I have them. And we have choice specs on this guy. Now we need to use one of our scales right here. We're going to be teaching Volt Switch to Thunderous. This is something that I've been told 99% of like people do when you get Thunderous. And I'm going to be teaching Volt Switch. Even though I do have U-turn, Volt Switch is also really needed for this fight. We don't need Thunder. Thunder can always be retaught, so if I need it, I can always reteach it. So I'm going to keep Focus Blast for showing kills and ranges, which is actually kind of important, I think, on this fight. Maybe not, but we can always reteach Thunder if we need to. We have the tutor. Okay, that's a hard scale. Let me just make sure, and I'm going to save my game so that's always locked in. We also have our Thunderbolt TM, so I can always teach that to him. Let's go to our scales real quick. We got this one, I believe. So we should have 5 scales now, because I have to... Let me just look. I have 5 scales, so I just used one for Thunderous Volt Switch. Cool. So we have 9 more in the game total and 4 on us, I believe. Okay. Let's bring everyone into the party. This is going to be our last fight for what we're doing. The last fight I have planned. Hydreigon. Golisopod. Conkeldurr. Where are you at? I swear I spent so much time looking for mons. Thunderous and Aggron. Whoops. Alright, so let me just make sure I have everything right, then we're going to run over the line. So we have Choice Band on this guy, level 91, and we taught Poison Jab. Level 91 with the Citrus, level 91 with the Citrus, level 91 with the Citrus, Choice Specs, and we taught him Volt Switch. And this guy with the Citrus Berry. Okay, let's run through the line real quick. So, turn 1. There's a really... This is in vanilla too, I've learned. But basically what we are going to do is we are going to flip turn on this Politoed. This flip turn is not going to work. It's going to proc his eject button. And that means that he's going to, without attacking, he's going to switch to a mon in the back. The first mon that shows that we don't kill it, and he shows a kill back, is Seismitoad, because he has a Focus Sash. Even though we have a Liquidation, it should bring out Seismitoad because he has a Focus Sash. This is always baiting out Power Whip. We are actually going to flip turn this guy right here. And we can kill him. It is fine if we kill him, I believe. Right. If we kill him, it is literally fine. It does not change the line at all. We're going to flip turn this guy go into Hydreigon, who always takes a power. He could also miss Power Whip. And this actually, funnily enough, baits out always Weather Ball. I think I was calculating with crit. Is that why? Right, that's why. So this is always Weather Ball, the second one. So this is going to be Power Whip on the first switch in. Even if we take crit, we take barely anything. He only has attacking moves, so he's always going to click Weather Ball. We are going to slow U-turn. Again, this could kill. It is perfectly fine. Is we're going to go back into Barraskewda and then kill this guy with flip turn. So all 3 of the moves that could kill this guy are always going to be switching moves. So it doesn't matter when we kill this Seismitoad. Hydreigon's HP doesn't matter. But if we did crit this guy, it does make it so Golisopod has an additional chance to live later on if the really bad luck happens. So a crit from us on this guy, a high roll crit, would actually be pretty good. Oh no, we can never kill because of Focus Sash. Never mind. So that wouldn't actually help. I just was thinking about that now. Anyways, we're going to go into Golisopod. Now, Golisopod is showing a fast kill with this guy with Thunder. It's not showing any other fast kills. Golisopod's full HP. Now, we don't care if this guy clicks Thunder. We don't even care if he explodes, which he could click. We're going to click First Impression and always kill him. Because he sees that he does the fast kill, but we're going to fast kill him with First Impression. So, this is going to bait out the Kaparaja because it is faster and out damages us. We are 86 HP. Oh, wait. We out damaged this guy with Liquidation. I think I changed this to Waterfall. Similar to what Small Ant did. Right. I have to change to Waterfall. Good thing I checked this. We have to get rid of Liquidation. Because we do not want to do more damage than this guy. Or actually, we outdamage everything, so... And we should outdamage this guy, too, with First Impression. Because it rounds down the numbers. So I think this still always baits out, Would this bait out Politoed, maybe? Right, we have to get rid of... I think we have to get rid of Liquidation. We have to go to Waterfall. Let me check. Because we do outdamage this guy. And this guy we need to come in. We need Kaparaja to come in. So I have to go to Waterfall. I can't do Liquidation. So I'm going to lose a little bit of power, so that's fine. Alright, so we're losing 5 base power on that Liquidation. It is fine. Because this should always bait out the Kaparaja right here. Good thing I checked that. Because I was calcing this with Waterfall. And I just didn't think it mattered. But I think it does. Because now we always... for the switch in AI, everyone sees that it's faster. So it's... And the Politoed is... It's going to be less HP anyways, but we're always going to be showing out damage it. This guy's going to always be showing out damage us with Rock Slide. And neither of these guys see a kill. So it should always be the Kaparaja. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're baiting out Rock Slide from this guy. We have 3 different lines based on what happens here. They're very short lines and they're a little bit diverging, but they're for a reason. Basically, if this guy clicks Stealth Rocks, we're good. We're just going to click Defog, which I taught my Conkelder a long time ago, finally getting some value out of it. Worst fucking scale, or worst use of my Defog TM. Made so much stuff so much harder. Sorry, I was just reading something else. Anyways, if we get Rock Slide and we don't go below 256 HP, we're gonna have to just do a little bit of finicking. Where what do you call it? If he clicks Stealth Rocks, we're always good. If he clicks Rock Slide and doesn't put us what do you call it? Below 256 HP. This is the HP that Hydro Pump always sees a kill with this guy. Then we have to pivot real quick on let me just make sure. On Ironhead to our Citrus Berry Aggron, who will then always, in turn, bait out Earthquake from this guy. And we're going to switch back into, we got Conkelder, who then, there's no Stealth Rocks up. And if he clicks Stealth Rocks on that turn, we can then defog and then take the hit, I believe. Right, he can't click Stealth Rocks on this switch because he should always be seeing a kill after the Ironhead. Right, that makes sense. Cool. And basically, we just need Conkelder to be like a little bit lower HP, and we can always take any move from this guy and always be fine. We just can't take the Ironhead crit. And Rocks are just not going to be up after this. This is going to bait out a random move from Politoed, which is where all the 3 lines come back together. And once we're doing that, we're going to switch into Golisopod. Now, here is the risk of the fight. Golisopod is full HP. He's basically staying in here until he gets emergency exited out. If he gets 1 in 3 psychicked, dropped, we're low enough HP we could be in trouble. We have a out where we could switch to Barraskewda, who always takes a Hydro Pump, or if Hydreigon's healthy enough, we can always switch to him. But basically, like, Golisopod's going to have to clutch up here and make sure he doesn't get basically that. If anything, we could switch into Barraskewda to flip turn back to Golisopod if needed. And Golisopod should always be getting off like a Sucker Punch or something, essentially. But this is the entire fight, and the whole reason we're doing this is to try to get Thundurus in. And if Golisopod, there's a small chance that Golisopod might die if he does anything. We have a Citrus Berry, so we can always kill back up above 50, so we should always have like one or two, like a couple of chances of the Dead Zone bug. Anyways, we get our new guy in, and we always kill with Volt Switch after the initial flip turn chip. We go right into Barraskewda, who's always baiting out Gunk Shot from this guy. We are going to flip turn to Aggron, always bait out Gunk Shot, and we're going to go back and forth between these two until he liquidations my Barraskewda. The risk of this fight is that I might have to bring in like Thundurus a little bit early on something, on like a Throat Chop or a liquidation or something, like if anything. So if I did do the Barraskewda strat and I was baiting out liquidation from this guy on here, then I would have to do that. But basically, Thundurus is going to kill this guy. On the Barraskewda, we should be able to switch back and forth between Aggron and bait out Destiny Bonds. And then once we kill this thing with flip turn, we can just bring in our guy to Volt Switch and kill the Feraligatr. Alright. Let's see how this goes. This weird line with the Golisopod could get a little weird, but we're hoping it goes good. If we just get emergency exited out, it's fine. And we taught Volt Switch, right? And we taught Poison Jab. I think the Poison Jab was just in case Electrode or something got a little weird. And so we were showing it a kill anyways. Alright. Check out I have everything. Choice Band, Citrus, 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 Choice Specs, and Citrus. Okay, let's go full screen. Just double checking everything one more time. Alright, let's hopefully not lose Golisopod. I taught this guy Waterfall, right? Let me just make sure. Pretty sure I did. Oh, wait, no! Fuck, I did not mean that. I meant, hold on. I'm closing that because I did not mean that, obviously. I obviously meant to just look and see that I taught Waterfall. I am not counting that. Whoops, that was not meant to switch. I'm not, because then I just lose Golisopod the entire run. Holy shit. I meant to just check. Oh, that was a misclick. That was 100% a misclick. Fuck, man. Waterfall, cool. Obviously, I wasn't doing that. Holy shit. That was a misclick. I'm not risking my fucking entire run on that stupid thing. Holy shit. Alright, so then turn 1 misclick, love it. Alright, so now here, this is always baiting out Power Whip. We can just click flip turn on this thing. Well, we have to. We're choice banded. And we are going to be going right into Hydreigon. Who's always... This Power Whip could miss. If it misses, it's actually a little bit better for our HP for later on. Okay, that's fine. And now we always slow U-turn on this guy. This is baiting out Weather Ball. We always take that, and we're always fine. This U-turn also, it does a little bit of chip, but even if it kills, it doesn't matter. That's fine. So now we don't go to Barraskewda, we go to Golisopod. We just skip the turn and go to Golisopod. This should always bait out Electrode for a fast kill with Thunder. Holy shit. Alright. Now we're going to click First Impression and always outspeed and kill this guy. This should bait out the Copper Raja if I did everything right because we got rid of the Waterfall. If we had Liquidation, we would have shown out kill. The static proc does not matter. We were slower anyways. I guess this means that you can't click Hypnosis now. If I have to switch. Perfect. Copper Raja. This is baiting out Rock Slide or Stealth Rocks. We want to see Stealth Rocks. If we see Stealth Rocks, we're good. That's the first part. Or that makes it a little bit easier for later on. Let's switch right into Kinkelder. He's really likely to click Stealth Rocks, but we'll see. Perfect. Now we are going to click Defog. Get rid of these Stealth Rocks, and we're going to take an Iron Head. Perfect. Save a Citrus Berry. I guess this makes it so it's a little bit unsafer later on, but it's fine. We always click Superpower here, and outspeed and kill. This is going to bait back out the Politoed right here. Should always be Politoed for a fast kill. Perfect. All right. Let's hope for some good luck here. So let's switch into Golisopod. We just need to get emergency exited out. That's good. There's no Psychic. It's perfect. Now we should be good. This should be good. As long as he doesn't miss all of his things. But even no, we always get the emergency exit out then, I think. No, we could. 187, let me just see. I just want to see if he misses all of his Hydro Pumps, what happens. 265. Oh, no, that's fine, because then I can always switch between Hydreigon and go back and forth, and I should always be fine. We never kill with Sucker Punch, so we can just click Sucker Punch. Even if it doesn't do damage, it's fine. We just don't want to kill with First Impression. And if anything, we would have just spammed First Impression there. Alright, and this emergency exits out. Perfect. Rest of the fight should be riskless. We go right into our Thundurus. And we are going to kill this thing with a Volt Switch. We go right into our Barraskewda, I believe. Let me just check. Volt Switch. Switch to Barraskewda. Fine. This is going to bait out the Overquill for only ever Gunk Shot. I was going a little bit crazy. If we crit this flip turn and kill him, it's even easier. It's unlikely, but if it happens, it's easier. We are going to click flip turn here. And this is always Gunk Shot, so we can go right into Aggron. Now we are going to switch back and forth between Barraskewda and Aggron until this guy clicks Liquidation. He has 8 Gunk Shots and 5 Destiny Bonds, so he will run out of Destiny Bonds before his Gunk Shots. We want to see Liquidation, just so it's a little bit quicker. There we go. Perfect. And now we always kill with flip turn. And the final demon of the fight comes out, the Feraligatr. But we have perfectly set it up that we get to pick whatever mon we want to come in, which is our Thunderous. And with Volt Switch, with choice specs, we always kill. Bam. And that's the first 4 trainers of Juan's gym. Alright. Easy. We have 4 more trainers in Juan's gym. Put everyone in their own boxes like I like to keep them. Who's in this box that shouldn't be in here? Is anyone in this box? Someone's got to get relegated. Oh wait, hold on. Togedemaru and Skeptile are supposed to be down here as my protect mons. Oops. That's why. I'm like wondering why it's so full. Alright. Those are the first 4 fights. All done. Let me just bring over the script so I have all of my, so it's easier to calculate on. Alright. And thank you everyone for watching. 07.